hover diffusing, hammock diffusing, the Aisha method, pixie diffusing. Needless to say, it's confusing out here in the diffusing world. And that's what I'm here for. I used to be the air dry princess, okay? Air drying was the name of my game. And then I discovered the magical world of diffusing. I learned that you could diffuse to get volume, you could diffuse to get less volume, to gain frizz, to lose frizz, to add definition, to elongate and get less definition. The diffuser truly is a magical tool that you can use to create any style you want. Today I'm gonna be walking you through my diffusing routine. My goal for my hair is always massive volume, the bigger the hair, the closest to God, medium definition, and just a little frizz. Just a little. Amp up that volume. I quite literally just finished diffusing my hair. My hair is probably like 95% dry, in fact, but I was so excited to film this video, but I just had to get started. Big thank yous to Tymo for sponsoring today's video. I will be using the Tymo diffuser all throughout the video and walking you through my tips and tricks for how to diffuse your hair for medium definition, big volume, and just a little frizz. This video is not about hair products, although hair products do make a massive difference in the results you're gonna get, but just as equally as important is your drying routine. So that's really what we're gonna be focusing on here today. Once you step out of the shower and apply your products, at the end, I recommend jumping in with a microfiber towel or an old t-shirt and scrunching to get out any and all excess water. This is simply gonna make the diffusing process faster. There's gonna be less water in your hair to dry. It's as simple as that. On the days that I don't use a microfiber towel to scrunch out the excess water before blow drying, it will add at least 5 minutes to my routine. So if you wanna save yourself 5 minutes without compromising your results, get out that extra water, sister. I spoke in a recent video about the Tymo Infinity Pro by Conair and the Dyson being my top 3 favorite blow dryers. We have a variety of price ranges. Speed of drying, that is, the Conair. This is not going to be the most efficient blow dryer to blow dry your hair quickly, okay? It's just not. Great blow dryer for the price, but this isn't gonna win in the speed category. What you wanna look at when determining speed of a blow dryer is the rotations per minute. Now, both the Tymo and the Dyson have 110,000 rotations per minute. The Tymo is gonna blow dry your hair incredibly fast without the damage while being half the price of the Dyson. The Dyson retails roughly for $450 US, while the Tymo retails roughly for $199, just under half the price of the Dyson. And just to demonstrate the power, I wanna show you how this will just like float in midair because of the strength of this speed compared to, I love my Conair, but a cheaper blow dryer. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for, right? All that to say, the rotations per minute is extremely important if you wanna cut down on your drying time. As I mentioned in the beginning, there are so many different methods of diffusing. I'm sharing today what works best for me personally. The biggest thing I've learned is to section your hair when diffusing, okay? Now, no, you're not gonna be going around your head curl by curl, wave by wave, coil by coil diffusing, but you don't wanna take all of your hair or just half your hair in half and do like one half and the other half. You wanna section into kind of like reasonable sections. So I'd say, you know, something about yay big is a good place to start and then slowly work your way around. Creating sections in your hair is gonna really help if you struggle with getting wonky or kind of like zigzag pieces. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like this tip is garnered specifically towards my wavy girls. When you section your hair into smaller, more palatable sections, you're going to really enhance your natural hair texture without altering the curl pattern as much. Let's rewind for one moment. Before we begin diffusing, I do want to walk you through the settings that I like to use on my blow dryer personally. The Tymo diffuser has 4 different temperature settings. This is just me personally. I recommend, of course, you can use the cool setting. Bear in mind that it will take you a little bit longer to dry your hair if you use it on that cold setting. However, you will get literally no frizz, and if that is your goal, you always want to diffuse on the cold setting. Temperature-wise, we have 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 140, 180, and 210. For me personally, as someone with high porosity, bleach damaged hair, I like to opt for the 80 or the 140, and I try not to go past that 140. I'm in no way saying that you can't use 210 degrees. However, if you have chemical damage, mechanical damage, really any type of damage, I would stay in that kind of sweet spot of the 140 or even the colder setting at that 80. Speed-wise is really gonna depend not only on which part of my hair I'm working on, we'll get there, but also the results that I'm looking for, the weather. A little bit of science goes into hair diffusing, ladies and gentlemen. The timeout has 3 different air speeds. I will typically stay at that intermediate mark, but when I do just focus on the roots at the end, I'll crank that puppy up all the way. Or of course, if I'm in a hurry and I'm running late, which is almost always, I'll crank that baby up. Now that we have walked through our diffuser settings, we are finally ready to diffuse. So what you wanna do is, of course, pop on your diffuser attachment. This diffuser in particular is really cool because it has an adjustable head where you can elongate the teeth or shorten them. While the longer teeth setting is gonna give you a little bit more volume at the root, the shorter teeth setting is gonna give you a little bit more definition. You guys know me, I opt for volume, so length all the way. My favorite diffusing method is the pixie method. Now, this is definitely a method that I use if I have time, so I'm not always gonna use it because it can take a little bit of time and practice, but once you get the hang of it, I think it's really, really a lovely method. Our diffuser is turned off. We're going to take a palatable section, place it into the diffuser, and then lift up and squish the hair inside. At that point, once your hair is in the diffuser, you will then turn the diffuser on and leave your hair in that position for about 30 seconds to a minute. When you're ready to release, you will then turn it off and then take the diffuser down. You may be asking, India, why is the diffuser off to start? When that air is blowing up and you're slowly dipping the hair into the diffuser, it can kind of upset and ruffle your hair cuticle a little bit, adding to frizz and flyaways. So if that isn't what you want, the pixie method, in my opinion, is the perfect way to get fantastic definition without compromising on frizz and flyaways. Whereas if you're okay with frizz, if you want crazy massive volume, leave that diffuser on the whole time by all means and hit it, hit it, hit it, okay? You will definitely build volume in your hair, but you will be compromising on definition and a little bit of frizz. When it comes to volume, my key trick that I've been talking about on YouTube for maybe 5 years, literally, while you're diffusing, you wanna flip your head back and forth. This is gonna allow some movement in the roots, some air to get in there, and it's gonna give you volume for days. Now, you don't need to be flipping your head back and forth 20 million times, but after you finish a section or two on one side, flip to the other side and then begin working that way. Do a couple sections, flip back to the other side. Lifting the roots off of your scalp to then go in and diffuse is gonna really help as well with getting that volume that you're looking for. If you hover diffuse going down and your hair is like, you know, glued to your head and you're hover diffusing down, that hair is just gonna glue right on there, right? Whereas if you add a little bit of air in there, some movement, and you start diffusing and you work our pixie diffusing method, you're gonna get significantly more volume. I did want to touch on root clips. This is not something that I personally use. I find that I get enough volume alone from flipping my hair from side to side, really lifting and working those roots. But if you feel like you want to achieve even more volume, then I think root clips are wonderful. I quickly want to mention here that maybe your hair isn't looking how you want it to look, okay? Maybe you diffused a section for 2 minutes because you were watching television and you got distracted and it started to come out a little bit wonky. It happens to the best of us, okay? So what I recommend always at that point is taking a spray bottle, or if you don't have a spray bottle, just go to the sink, re-wet that section, and then essentially just start over. You really don't need to add more product. That water is gonna help to reactivate the product, and you can then begin again to get that texture that you're looking for. Now right here, what I have for you, this is a tip you're not gonna see anywhere else. This is an India exclusive, okay? This tip goes out to those of you who are lazy when it comes to doing your hair and you like to multitask when doing your hair. Daniel can attest to me doing this all the time. Maybe I'm listening to an audiobook, maybe I'm watching a YouTube video, maybe I'm texting my mom. This is the best way to get your roots. This is like the end of the diffusing and your roots are still wet because roots take forever to dry. Slap that puppy there and just enjoy doing nothing with your arms. If you wanna grab a TO diffuser, I will have a link to it in the description box down below. It's very comparable to the Dyson, in my opinion, for half the price. I think it's important to highlight makeup, hair products, hair tools, whatever it may be of all prices. Everyone has different budgets for how much they wanna spend on their hair products. So if a $450 blow dryer isn't in the cards for you, the TO, in my opinion, is a great alternative that is still a step up from a blow dryer like the Conair. I would love to know down below if you're an air dry girly, a diffuser girly. Are you a hover diffuse, a pixie diffuse? Like, I would love to know what works best for you. And if you want to share your hair type as well, I think that would be super, super helpful. So like 3B, hover diffuse, 2C, pixie diffuse. As always, the comment section down below is a safe place for you to ask questions and learn. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had so much fun making it. I feel like I haven't done a video completely surrounding diffusing in a really long time, and I loved it. All right, until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.